Chair Kehoe, you may proceed.
Perfect. Sounds good. I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Operations Oversight Committee and Board of Retirement. Today's Wednesday, October 6th, and the time is 12:22 p.m. I will turn it over to staff for some brief introductions.
Thank you. This meeting is being conducted virtually, so I will do a roll call of the trustees to confirm attendance. Mr. Pryor. Ms. Ginsburg.
Present.
Ms. Gray.
Here.
Mr. Santos. Thank you. Mr. Santos.
Present.
Mr. Oakham. Mr. Moore.
Here.
Mr. Robbins.
Here.
Ms. Zapanta. Mr. Bernstein.
And here.
Chair Kehoe.
Present.
Staff participating in the meeting includes CEO Santos Kryman, Deputy CEO Louis Lugo, AEO JJ Popowich and Laura Guglielmo, Chief Counsel Stephen Rice, and the management team includes Bernie Winiflor and Alan Cochran. Trustees, please use the Zoom chat option to be placed in the queue. At this time, we ask all meeting participants to mute their mics and we may proceed with the agenda.
Great. Thank you very much. Looks like we got a pretty light agenda here, so I don't want to jinx us, but let's try and get through this quickly. We'll move on to the approval of the minutes of the September 1st, 2021 meeting. I'll need a motion.
So move.
I'll second. I see Ms. Gray seconded, so
Yeah.
we'll go with the vote.
Ms. Gray.
Aye.
Mr. Santos.
Yes.
Mr. Robbins. Okay, I see you. And Chair Kehoe.
Aye.
Okay, the motion passes unanimously.
Perfect. Thank you. That brings us to public comment. Have we received any requests to speak?
No, we have not.
Great. That brings us to our reports, as we have no action items today. First is our operations briefings. I'll turn that over to Mr. Lugo.
Yes, good morning, Chair Kehoe, committee members. As stated in the memo, as outlined, I should say, within our operations memo, a lot of key initiatives over and above our normal core work at LACERA. I'm going to pass it to JJ to provide a little bit of more commentary on some of the items that he and his team are working on. So JJ.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Chair. The two items that I wanted to, well, one item in the report and one additional item I wanted to bring your attention. I just wanted to highlight that we have begun discussions with the county auditor controller about the embedded pay code problem that we have for Pepper members. We sent a memo to them and they have responded back. We have a date, I believe October 15th for our first meeting to formally discuss what we're going to do with that issue. And so we'll keep you up to date as that progresses. A new issue that's not on there, but I did want to bring to your attention is that the Postal Service has issued new service levels for first class mail. And it's changed their quoted service levels based on distance. And since our check mailing vendor is in Texas, ours falls, and a majority of our members live in California, excuse me. It will cause some delays in members getting checks and their automatic deposit receipts. The quote has moved from around 3 days to 5 days. And so it could be a couple of extra days. We are working on considering some paperless options for the committee to consider in the next few months. We're finishing up those discussions internally so that we can present something to you. And that may be, a potential solution for the future. But in the meantime, there will be some delays. So we are going to notify members about the change in the USPS service levels. Via mail. The letter is being drafted right now and going through the review process and should go out. We're targeting the middle of the month. So they get it hopefully maybe a little bit before they get their check. We just learned of the new service levels this week. Late last week. We are going to let them know. We'll let them know via LACERA.com as well. And if you have any questions.
Two questions on that. One, how many members, retiree members, do we have that are receiving actual paper checks? I know we've discussed that before in the past. And then the other question is, can we on the LACERA side, move up our processing date by 2 days, which would compensate for the 2-day increase.
So we have a little over 1,600 members still on checks. We are stepping up a campaign. We've had an ongoing campaign, but stepping up a campaign to try and convince those members, if possible, to sign up for direct deposit. We did discuss moving up the date. The date is very tight based on when we get the information from the county for the final payroll and the process that we have to go through to make sure that it's all checked and quality controlled before we issue first payment. And the issue is first payment. That's the tight part of it. So the team decided that we didn't feel it would be wise to do that at this point.
So first payment is kind of less concern for me than like the ongoing checks that are coming. So I know they're going to be getting them now 2 days later. If we moved those ongoing checks up by 2 days, is that I'm assuming that causes an issue up, but I'm asking the question to see if that's possible, something we could remedy on our side rather than dealing with the 2-day increase from U.S. Postal Service.
It is all tied together. We'll discuss it further, and I will report back to you at the next Operations Oversight Committee if there's what it would take to do that and what the impacts would be.
Perfect. Thank you. Any questions from committee or board members? Seeing none, thank you very much. That brings us to item B. Item B is the class action suit information, which was an information only item. I will open that up for any questions that we have from any committee members or trustees. I see none. So that brings us to item C, our semi-annual report of member services. We all received a very detailed and thorough report. Thank you very much, Mr. Cochran, for that. I will open this one as well to any discussion, any questions from any board members, or if Mr. Cochran, if he had any additional information. I think you covered it quite well, but I will open it up for any questions or thoughts from anyone. I see none. Thank you very much, and keep up the good work. I know that COVID has put a strain on everybody over there in member services, but the great thing is we all stepped up to the plate, and you guys are doing an outstanding job over there. Okay, that brings us to item for staff review. We have none. I'll answer Bonnie's part there, and that brings us to good of the order. Since we had an opportunity to do that at our last board meeting, I will just open it up for general good of the order. If anybody has any questions or thoughts before we close out our committee meeting.
Chair Kehoe, just a general comment, as Mr. Kryman mentioned in BOR, welcoming Laura to the team. Laura's going to play a significant role, obviously, in the administration side of the house, and you'll see updates along with operations throughout OOC as we transition and hit milestones on certain projects. So welcome aboard, Laura. Glad to have you on board. And yeah.
Absolutely. Welcome. Welcome to the LACERA, and I will guarantee this is not your usual OOC. So this is, we're just being nice to you on your first OOC meeting. Generally, we've got a little bit more stuff going on. But okay, perfect. Well, I thank everybody's time, and everybody have a great rest of your day. I will take a motion for adjournment.
So move.
So ordered. Have a good day.
Bye.
Have a good one, everyone.